Here's the bypass loop, and so we've got our line coming from the pump, and then pressure gauge. Right now the pump is on, it's maxed out. This is how, probably the first time you power it up, it's this valve came, the pressure regulator valve came all the way screwed in, so maximum pressure. So the first thing you're going to want to do, turn your pump on and loosen the locking collar, and then you can turn this knob out. You're going to see our pressure starts to come down, and at this point I have this valve closed. The manual flow control valve is closed. So we're going to shoot for 10 psi. Okay, and then I just kind of hand tighten this locking collar to hold it in place. And then at this point, we're just pushing all of the liquid that the pump's pumping is coming back through this bypass loop, because we haven't opened this valve at all yet. So now I'm going to open this valve to about the 40-degree mark. So now we're going to be getting some of your treatments coming back through this line, but the pump will continue to run and just maintain your 10 psi. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and send the treatment to the treater line, which is where I'm catching, in this case, I'm catching the treatment or water for calibration. In the field, you might be probably be using this line right here. You'll just disconnect this line and do your calibrations through that. So,
can you pull that line up so you can see the flow going into the?
So we'll let that get to 200, and we'll just time this here for see how long it's taken us to get 100 milliliters. In fact, I'm going to start right there. We'll just go 100 off of it. Okay, so that's very consistent. That took 30 seconds to get 100 milliliters. And earlier, every time I've done water, that's position 40 at 10 psi. That's really consistent with what I get. And then if I needed to make an adjustment off of that, though, it's also been very consistent that for every psi that I increase or decrease, I decrease my my flow by about 12 milliliters per minute. So if I can go, and you don't even have to adjust the whole psi. You can just go. It's really easy. Just increase it even just a quarter. Just a small change in your valve position or your valve pressure regulator position, will give you just a small movement in your milliliters per minute, but in about the 12 milliliters per minute per psi range. So you still have a lot of flexibility in your fine tuning as well. You can you can go, you have like 100 milliliter per minute swing at a position of 40 degrees on this valve with water. So all of those variables will matter, but it's definitely good performance.